Linda Sessions here, and you are getting ready for the last 2 weeks of your summer class. For this class, CED 115, all you have left is some PowerPoint assignments. So let's jump right in to the modules for week 7 and week 8 and see what you have in store. All right, let me go ahead and put this on student view. So this is what you should be seeing when you're coming into class here. Clear down at the bottom, we have week 6. Remember, by the 16th, which is Sunday at midnight, you should have the Lakewood Community Pool, What Motivates Us, What Do I Know, and the 2 trainings turned in as well. Now, on the Lakewood Community Pool assignment for week 6, and then in week 7 and 8, you have the public art policy for Parnell Island. Those are all graded through Cengage. Now, the grading in PowerPoint in Cengage is really strict. So if you were just a little bit off on where your graphic is supposed to be, then it's going to count you wrong. If you leave off a period or if you misspell a word on a slide, it's going to count you off for the entire slide because it can't find it. You've missed that one item. So make sure you pay attention to your details. And also, if you've gone in and submitted it, didn't like your grade, go back into your original PowerPoint and make changes as indicated by the graded report, and then resubmit it for grading. If you still don't like that grade, then you can let me know, and I will go in and manually regrade it. I usually go in on the PowerPoint assignments and take a look at them to see how they have been graded and then make changes accordingly. Now, the What Motivates Us, the What Do I Know, the shapes on a slide, and finally the celebration PowerPoint, those are all ones that I have to go in and grade. So as soon as I go in and grade those, the grade for that will obviously be posted in Blackboard, and then so make sure that you're submitting exactly what you want to submit the first time, because you don't get a chance to do those again. I apologize, my cat has decided that she needs to be on my lap and I can't get her down, so maybe she'll stay down this time. Okay, so this week, Module 7 and 8, Week 7 and 8 are combined into one, the PowerPoint 3 and the capstone, and then I've also gone ahead and put in the PowerPoint final, the critical thinking, the celebration PowerPoint. I want you to have as much time as you need to finish those. PowerPoint 3 and the capstone is due by the 23rd. The critical thinking is due by the 28th. Of course, as soon as you get them done, get them submitted and turned in. So let's go into Module 7 and 8. You've got the YouTube help videos, and I have corrected this link. It does go to the Summer 23 YouTube help videos here. I am still working on the celebration PowerPoint video, but it should be posted by the first part of next week, if not before. So you've got Module 3. Take a look at the e-text if you need to. Then you've got the training for 3. You have got the PowerPoint module, Parnell Island, and then you have shapes on a slide. Now, the shapes on a slide, if we go into this one, you can see you're actually going to start with a blank PowerPoint presentation. So you're just going to open up PowerPoint, save it, and this just follow step by step to make this particular assignment. There is a YouTube video where I go in step by step on how to do that, putting basic shapes in a PowerPoint slide. Now, what's really cool about this particular assignment is what you're learning with shapes here in PowerPoint, you can do the same thing in Word. You can do the same thing in Excel. So a lot of the skills that you're learning can be used in other programs. So I think that's kind of neat. Here it exactly tells you how I'm going to be grading that particular assignment for shapes on a slide. So pay attention to the details. Okay. Now, the celebration PowerPoint. Again, as of July 13th, there's not a video for this in the YouTube channel. Oh, sorry. My nose is crazy today. But I will have a video posted by the first part of next week, if not before. It is due on Friday, July 28th. So not on Sunday. So this final assignment is due on Friday. Friday is the last day of the summer class. I have to have grades turned in by Sunday. So I can't accept anything late for this celebration PowerPoint. Let's go in and take a look at our instructions here. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be picking a holiday or anything that is utilized in at least 5 different cultures and or countries. So you can take birthdays. Birthdays are celebrated in different ways in different countries and different cultures. Some cultures don't celebrate birthdays. Some actually start your birth when you're born, you're 1. Whereas here in the United States, when you're born at 0, you don't turn 1 until 12 months later, right? Some countries do that differently. Mexico, they have a lot of Latino cultures have a completely different way to celebrate the 15th birthday for the young ladies. Different religions celebrate birthdays in different ways. So birthday's a good one. A lot of students do Halloween, Day of the Dead. You can do Christmas if you want to do Christmas. I've seen students do 4th of July, not by just looking at the United States with 4th of July, but how do other countries celebrate their independence? Most countries have an independence celebration in some way that they celebrate. The same with Thanksgiving. Canada has a Thanksgiving. It's the first part of November. They do a little bit different there. But other countries have days in their calendar where they give thanks, which is what Thanksgiving is all about. You could also do Valentine's Day. You could do, the green leaf clover leprechaun day, St. Patrick's Day. My brain just kind of went out there. There's just all sorts of different days. Just think about it. Think about different countries and different cultures, different holidays. And what you're going to do is you're just going to research that on the internet. And again, it needs to make sure that it's something different. I had one person, or actually more than one person, do a paper on Ramadan, except that every slide was just about the different aspects of Ramadan, which is awesome. And I learned a lot, and they did a great job, but they completely missed the brief. The brief is how different cultures celebrate that. So make sure that you're following the brief, the instructions for the assignment. How do different countries celebrate the same holiday or the same event? All right. So on the first slide, the title of your celebration. Second slide, an overall explanation of your celebration with some bullet points. You might even use a smart art graphic to talk about the different countries. I'll show you an example of that in just a second here. Slides 3 through 7, I want your different cultures or your different countries that you're looking at. 3 to 4 bullet points on each slide. Think movie title information. I don't want entire paragraphs of information on the slides. I just want bullet points. 1 to 3 pictures on each slide, and then I want information entered into the notes pane. Try to make each slide look a little bit different. You're going to have a closing slide, so you're going to have a total of 8 slides in this presentation. I want animation on at least 5 of the slides, and that animation can be either the text or the graphics, whichever you choose to do, or both, as long as it's on 5 slides. I want a transition on the entire presentation. Make sure you check your spelling. Here's one that I did a while back, Christmas Around the World. Talked about what is Christmas, looked at Turkey, Germany, Europe, United States, and then finally what my family does, and then a closing slide. But let's pull up one that I just did fairly recently for this. This is the one that your video is going to be over, about, again, Christmas Around the World. And you don't need anything in the notes section on the first slide, but see here on the second slide, make sure that you put information in the notes section. So you're going to have basic information on the individual slides, but then in the notes section, whatever other information, what would you be passing along to the audience if you were actually presenting it? That's what I want down here in this notes section. Make sure you spell things correctly, even in the notes section. Use capitalization, punctuation as well. You can see here in my next one, I've got Turkey, Germany, Europe. You can see I've got information in the notes section on each one of the slides. Now, if I was to go in and to look at this presentation, because this is what I do, I actually pull up your presentation and I look at it. You can see here I have got my animations, my transitions, I have my animations talking about Christmas. In this case, I'm using the Smart Art to show what areas I'm looking at. And you don't have to use Smart Art if you don't want to. You can use graphics. These happen to be icons. If you use pictures other than your own, make sure that you give credit where credit's due. Now on my presentation right here, I just went ahead and left them underneath the graphics. This is one that I got off of the Common Grounds pictures. These up here are icons. Okay. So again, moving on to the next slide here. I've got Germany. Again, you can see this one. I did animation on the pictures and the text. Did Germany. Talk a little bit about Europe. Do you realize if you were naughty in Europe, they gave you coal, which I guess in some years might have been nice if you were really cold, right? Talk about United States, and I really like this one because I was talking about Santa and his reindeer. So I have the animation fly in with Santa and his reindeer, so it makes sure looks like they're flying on the page, right? And then finally, my family. And again, these are pictures of my own ornaments that I make every year. Feel free to put your own family pictures in here if you want to. Or if you don't want to, that's fine too. The only person who's going to see this presentation is me. And then finally, I have my closing slide. So, you have here we go. Week 7 and 8, you've got PowerPoint Chapter 3, you've got the PowerPoint 3 training, the public art policy, and shapes on the slide. Those 3 should be completed by July 23rd. And then 5 days later, on Friday, July 28th, your celebration PowerPoint is due. Now, you can turn in that celebration PowerPoint early if you want to. I will count you present for that week as long as you've got that critical thinking turned in. And again, I will not take the celebration PowerPoint late. It has to be turned in by midnight on July 28th. I have to get final grades entered in by Sunday night. So I do need to have time over the weekend to grade them. So I cannot accept anything late. Reach out if you have questions. Also, make sure you check your grades. July 17th, which I believe is Monday. Let me see here. Yep, Monday is the last day to withdraw from this class. So I've reached out to all of you who are getting D's or F's, and I sent you a text message letting you know. take a look, take responsibility for your own grades, and check in and see what you need to do. If you need to do something different, don't accept any late work. So hopefully you have everything turned in. Check your grades. Do reach out if you have questions. All right. So hope you have a great week. Have fun finishing up PowerPoint, and I'll talk to you later.